Yes, folks, it's Peter Elgop from Brentwood, Essex, the mostly film man, but look, I'm going digital again. This is my latest gift from a great camera club friend of mine. He got it in a car boot sale with a lens. He sold the lens, he gave me the body. It's a Canon digital 1000D, an EOS series, and it's made in the year 2008. It's one of the lightest Canons ever made, evidently. It's a 10 megapixel digital camera. Wow, look at this, free. Well, it takes the Canon EOS film lenses. These are all the electrical contacts here, and there's the mirror, but underneath there is a sensor, so we don't want to get any dust on that, do we? So we better cover that up now. You've had a quick look in that hole. I'll put a lens on from an EOS film camera, a 50mm Canon EOS 51.8 that works with it. And we'll go through this wonderful new gift I've got. Wow! Well, as I say, it came out in 2008. And it's fairly early in the EOS series, so it's not up to professional standards, but it does me, and I've taken some good shots with it. Well, I could leave the lens cap off because it's actually a Sigma lens cap, but it fitted. Well, all the controls are that on the top and the back. Oh, you have to have a battery and a memory card. It takes an SD memory cards. There's a 4GB one there. I won that in a photographic competition. 4GB card, like that. And in here is the battery. And he gave me several batteries with and a charger. And I have charged it up once. Well, it's not easy to get that out at the moment, so we'll leave that, but the battery's in there. But it's quite easy to work. So we'll switch it on, and then you have a display on the back here, marked display, and it tells you various things. So we've got a choice of exposure modes here. We've got manual, aperture values, and then time values and program, and totally automatic on the green. And then you've got these scene modes here, and you've got portrait, and you've got landscape, you've got macro close-up, and you've got sports mode, and you've got night mode, and then you've got another one there, which I don't think I looked at that one, night mode, flash off I think. And I've never used the fully automatic, but I've used program and time values, aperture value, manual. I haven't used the depth one, which is it gives you the best depth of field, but as I'm an experienced photographer, I never use that. I know what depth of field I want. I usually keep it on aperture value, which is aperture priority automatic. And it comes up in the back, and here is set to 3.2. There's a lot of sun on here today. I don't know whether you can see it. It's 3.2. If you turn a little wheel, it orders it. So it's a 5.6. Turn that way, it goes to 2.2. Turn that way, it goes to F8, F9 and so on. If you want the shutter speed, you put time values. It starts with a 1/80th, 100th, and it goes right up to 2,000, 3,000, 4,000th of a second. Look, that's not bad, a 4,000th for a 2008 camera. And I have found the flash synchronization maximum speed with this is a 200th. It's better than my film ME Super, which is 125th. So what you do, you look at the back in here, and you set everything you want to here. So if you want some exposure compensating, you press that one, and you turn the little wheel, and you watch the little cursor going one way or the other to minus one stop or plus one stop, that way. And then here you have white balance. So you press this button here, And you've got choice of white balance, you see, automatic white balance. You've got daylight, and you press this one, daylight, and you've got shade, you've got cloudy, you've got tungsten, then you've got various fluorescent modes, flash, and that's your white balance you can set there. Then if you want the, what's it called, the how many pictures you take on one, you press this one, and that's one single shot. You go that way, you can get loads and loads. It goes zip, zip, zip. And then this one is 10 seconds delay and 2 seconds delay, and that's your delay there on that one. And this one, so we want to set it back to one single shot. I don't go zip, zip, zip. And then press this little one here. Then you get your evaluative metering, or you can have centre weighted partial metering, or you can have centre weighted average. That's your. I've tried most of those. Yes, I've tried that. Then your autofocus ones are here. One shot autofocus, and you have AI focus, AI servo. When it keeps a moving object in focus all the time. You can have it on that one. So there's loads of different things, and it's all in the back. And then if you want to see a picture you've taken, you press this one here, and then pictures come up. So there's a picture I've taken of Kentwell Hall. I've done a print of that, I can show you. And if you want to delete it, you press that one, and then it asks you if you want to delete it here. If you want to cancel it or erase it. So I don't want to delete that yet, so we won't erase that. So we'll press cancel. There we are. Then if you don't want the display, you can press that off, and the display vanishes. Oh, you can also get the histograms coming up. Then on the menu in the back, you've got loads of things here according to what you want to set to. You can have the flash, which is here, the built-in flash. You press this little button and little flash pops up. Look at that, little wacky flash. If you want to fill in with flash, and I've used it, you have flash compensation, and I've got it to on 0 at the moment, but you can press it to mine. You can turn it down. Oh, we've done it now. We've lost it now. Flash exposure compensation set. I've got it on -1. If you want it to 0, you press that and you press set. Custom white balance, colour space, sRGB, and RGB I used to use when I was doing professional work for the newspaper. I set it to RGB, which is for commercial printing, but normally amateurs have it on sRGB. Then you can have your picture style here, and you can have dust delete there. There's loads of stuff. It's all very, very good because you can read what it does in the back. And I've done quite some good pictures with this little Canon. Yeah, it's not a bad little one for 2008. I'll show you a few pictures now taken with it at Kentwell Hall. There's a lady from the Tudor times. That's with the fill-in flash as well. -1 stop fill-in flash with aperture priority automatic. And here's a guy here. This came out a bit green, that one. He had a Rolleiflex, early Rolleiflex, and he had an Exactor. And he had a Rolleiflex loaded with Fuji Velvia, and the day was overcast most of the time. But that print, I'm having a bit of trouble with the printing lately. That came out a bit green. But this one came out smashing. That's very sharp. That's with the film lens, the 28-105 Canon EF automatic film lens. That came out very, very well, that one, very sharp. And here's one I took with the standard 50. A fairly wide aperture. The lady's walking, And I've done a picture. I've ordered a picture to that 12 by 16 inches, and it will enlarge up no problems. Now that was set to 200 ISO, but when I set to 400, you do start getting the grain or the digital noise with this camera, because it's 2008, so the sensor they had wasn't up to what you can get nowadays. You can set 800, 1,000 on these ones, but you've got to pay 4,000, 6,000 pounds for those cameras. And this one was nothing. So I don't mind a bit of grain because it was free. So there we are. There's a quick rundown on the Canon EOS 1000D digital camera. I mean, it just takes a little while to get to know it, but I'm gradually getting around it. I'm gradually learning this digital business. So cheerio for now. Hope to see you soon on another video. And please support my channel by looking at Buy Me a Coffee down below. It actually buys me film and printing inks and stuff like that. Bye bye for now, folks.